Hey nerds, welcome to Jared Berry Acts. A couple months back, I took a trip to Covington, Georgia to visit the one and only Mystic Falls. The location where they filmed the Vampire Diaries and the originals, I've been wanting to do this for a hot minute now. I didn't get a chance to vlog or anything like that for you guys. It was over 100-degree heat. I was sweating my ass off. We've already been in the car 7 hours. It was stressful, but I did get some videos and some pictures to show you guys from this location of Mystic Falls. And I was initially going to post this on July 17th, which would have been the 1-year anniversary of us actually finishing the show. But instead, I'm saving it for September the 10th, 13-year anniversary. 13 years ago today, the Vampire Diaries initially aired with that pilot episode. And we're going to commemorate that. I'm going to show you guys some of this stuff. Stick around for the end for a little bit of an extra special treat. And also, we're rocking the Mystic Grill shirt right here, baby. So we did eat at the Mystic Grill. I actually went downstairs. They have a whole shop that I took most of the stuff from, pictures and videos and everything. Even though one thing said not to record, but... So, I didn't see that until it was too late, but I did pick up a Mystic Grill shirt. There's actually some stuff on the back of this as well. So yeah, 13 years ago, this show, I mean, you guys all recommended this to me, and we'll dive into it more, but I did fall in love with all these characters. So like I said, we'll commemorate it towards the end, but let's actually get into it so you guys can see some of the stuff that I got to check out. And if you ever get a chance, if you are a Vampire Diary or original fan, because I did spend a little time in that show, I highly recommend going to Covington, Georgia. You can't fucking miss this place. You look at it, you're like, oh shit, Vampire Diaries. So here's what we got. So first things first, this is the clock tower, man. You know it. I know it. This was like the main focus for a few seasons. It's 24/7. It's shown 24/7 in the show. It's a beautiful spot to grab a selfie. And no, they didn't let us climb up to the top. I didn't get to have my Catherine Stefan moment, but it is what it is. We did actually get a chance to walk through this beautiful area right here. This is kind of like that center area. This is the same spot where Finn kind of expressed his family plan and expressed his feelings to Elijah, and where they had a couple other gatherings and stuff. So next up, we ate up at the Mystic Grill. This is a real restaurant, but it is nothing like the show at all. This is its own little thing. It doesn't look anything like the show's restaurant, so don't go into that with the expectations. You get your hopes built up, and it's no. They did have a special seat for Rick and Stefan, but for some reason, not Damon. I get the Rick. I don't know why they had a Stefan chair and not Rick and Damon next to each other. That's neither here nor there. It was a neat place. They had some actually really good burgers. Worth a visit if you guys are going to go down there to check it out. Now, if you actually walk upstairs in the Mystic Grill, there are autographs and videos, or not videos, but pictures from people. Stefan signing stuff. Elena / Catherine. We got Enzo. We got Hope. Old Hope, I guess. We got Matt Donovan. Young Matty D. Jeremy, of course. Rick. Bonnie Bennett. Little Bonbon. We got Vincent. We got Sheriff Forbes. Oh, my whole soul. If you guys want to watch me cry, season 6, episode 14, have at it. Whatever. There is a whole other area up here of the Mystic Grill. They just had this little sign and a couple seats you can hang out at. And obviously it's just a really nice place, man. I highly just recommend you just go do it. Now, if you go outside of the building at the front of the view, directly to the left, obviously, is the steps. And down the steps, I stood in the same spot that Matt Donovan killed Finn with that white oak stake. Very, very, very beautiful moment. I know a lot of people hate Matt Donovan, and I get it. But those first 6 seasons, brother did nothing wrong. He was just a human living in a supernatural world, and you have to have that human element. Season 7 and 8, he was a vampire racist. I'm not going to fucking defend him at all there. Those first 6 seasons, he was just a dude who got a lot of hate. You know who deserves hate? Bitch face. That's who deserves hate. Anyways. And then downstairs, we went into the gift shop. I didn't have a picture to the front of the gift shop. I do have this right here. This was some of the stuff that they had. They had the cure. They had vials. This is not for consumption, was a note they had to put on there. They had the soapstone, the moonstone, right? The bar of soap. They had the damn compass that tracked the vampires. And they just had a bunch of cool shit down here you guys could purchase. And this was also, I got the Mystic Grill shirt. There's a bunch of wild stuff down there you can get. There's a lot of the lovey-dovey stuff. There's even some bracelets with names on it, etc. Really cool little shop. They had some autographs from everybody here on the Vampire Diary sign, which I thought was really cool. Just a whole little team photo there for that last season. They had the Brothers Bond bourbon, top of the bourbon barrel. So another really cool thing they had some set worn clothes. Set worn clothes. Look at these things. A couple little dresses. They got a Matt shirt here in the back. Matt signature #human. I'm doing a voiceover because the actual thing was probably just me, like, I don't know, just talking or trying to breathe quietly. They had another one of Matt's jackets. They had the specific episodes it was used for. And I think I felt the jacket right here. And then I noticed that big ass sign while I was recording that said "Do not touch." And I was like, oh. So yeah, a couple of Haley's outfits. This was just, dude, I mean, come on. Look, for everybody out there, I know how you guys are. Klaus's shirt. That's right. Joseph Morgan wore that right there. Eat your heart out. Right there in front of us. It's a tiny human, by the way. One of Stefan's shirts. These are tiny, tiny people. I didn't expect these clothes to be so small. And I don't know if what I was expecting, but it wasn't this. So they also had a couple other things. They had some of the tombstones from the originals. I think also the Vampire Diaries. They had some of their set markers. I like to call them the little clickers. They had some decanters, some of the masquerade stuff. A couple more outfits over here. Beautiful, beautiful outfits, by the way. Look at these things. Just your everyday Walmart, Target shopping. One of Bonnie's outfits. Super tiny clothes. That's probably what I'm saying, actually, in the real videos. I'm just talking about how small and tiny everybody's clothes are. This was really cool. They had Elena's Miss Mystic Falls dress. How effing cool is that, dude? The Miss Mystic Falls dress. I enjoyed mentioning all of the Miss Mystic Falls stuff every time it popped up just because it was super entertaining to me for some reason. And also just having the dance and everything there. I don't know, man. I really enjoyed those episodes. In a teenage drama and just the evolution of the show, to see that it went from that to all the other stuff it went to was just a beautiful evolution of where the show went. I'm going to be honest with you guys for a second. They had some custom pops, some Funko Pops. If you're unfamiliar with what a Funko Pop is, these little tiny little figurines. Here's a Raichu from Pokemon. Very collectible. They have one for pretty much everything except for the Vampire Diaries, really. But they had some custom pops. I was going to buy a custom pop to reveal on here because I know how much everybody just hates a certain character. Almost a spoiler. But I went ahead and I was really going to buy this, but here's a picture of it. This is the custom Matt Donovan pop, which is actually pretty cool. It's him from like the first season with his little Letterman jacket. I was actually going to get it because in the top right-hand corner, all the Funko Pop boxes are labeled with the number. This had the number 7, which is obviously my favorite number, Jerry Bear VII. And then I looked at the price, and I thought I took a picture of the price, and I guess I didn't. Now, I want you guys to think of a number in your head. I'm going to count down from 3. The typical pop price is like 15, sometimes 20 bucks. Some of the bigger ones can be 30, 40 bucks sometimes. So I'm going to count down from 3, and you guys go ahead and think of a price. Ready? 3, 2, 1. $275? It was either $275 or $175, one of those numbers. I just remember looking at the number in the front and thinking it was a dollar sign, and I was like, 75 bucks is not reasonable for a pop by any means, but I wanted to do it just for the meme, and I was like, no, I'm not. We're not. Sorry, I don't care who they had. I don't care if they had Damon and Stefan in a twin pack for $275 custom pop or not. I ain't buying it. Kudos to them if they are selling them though. I did also buy something pretty cool while I was down there. We bought some jewelry, some necklaces and stuff, but they actually had, daylight rings. I think this is Stefan's ring, but it is definitely a Salvatore ring. I thought the rings were really cool. They had a bunch of people's rings. The original rings were probably the coolest, but I wanted the big one because the Stefan and Damon rings were just gaudy, and I really liked them. They did have Catherine's necklace. They had all of anything you could think of that was like a prop. They've made replicas for people to have, basically. So, and exiting right here, they just have a painting that says, "Welcome to Mystic Falls, Virginia, population 6928, and then has crossed out to 4257. Nice little reference there. And then outside, I was looking for this in that first area with the video. I was looking for this. This is Matt Donovan's outstanding service commemorative bench that they gave him. With that picture right there, that's it for Mystic Falls. That's what we did. That's where we went. That's what we saw. They had some tours. You could go see the Lockwood house. You could go check out that house if you wanted to on a tour. That's the only way you could see it's on a tour. I think you actually get to go inside. We were going to stay in Covington. They had hotels and one of the mansions you can stay in had themed rooms for each of the peeps. I wish there was more. I know the set was scattered, but I wish there was more stuff there. But there was a lot of cool shit. And if you are a big Vampire Diary fan, and if you are a big original fan, go check it out. Take a picture with the clock tower, the Mystic Grill. Walk down there. You can go to the shop. You don't have to eat to go to the shop. If you do eat, I think you get, if you eat at the Mystic Grill, I think you get, it was either 5 or 10% off your purchase down in the gift shop. So I definitely recommend that. Again, don't go into the grill expecting it to be something fucking just like the show, because it's not. I would 100%, I want to go back during a cooler day just so I can go on a tour and just enjoy all that stuff. Go check it out. And like I said, I do have something special for you guys to wrap this up with. So this is pretty much available everywhere now. It's not that hard to get. Everybody was wanting me to do it way back. You may get a clip of this in a separate video outside of going to the Mystic Fall video. But we do have Brothers Bond bourbon, distilled and crafted in the tradition of all great bourbon. And we have the signatures there from Ian and Paul, a.k.a. Damon and Stefan. 40% alcohol. This is 80 proof, 750 milliliters, hand-selected, was that what it says? Hand-selected batch. And then we have information here on the back. So I have this freeze-framed right here for you guys so I can read the back of it. You ready? Our brotherhood has led us right here with all of you. Honoring the distilling traditions of classic American bourbon, we carefully selected a 4-grain mash bill of corn, rye, wheat, and barley. Our spirit is then skillfully cut into perfectly charred virgin white oak barrels, aged slowly and well, creating the flowers and aromas that make our bourbon a perfectly balanced expression. Life is about experiences. We crafted this hand-selected bourbon in hopes that you may strengthen bonds both new and old, reminisce, share, and enjoy all that it has to offer. Cheers, Ian and Paul. It's kind of cool. Brothers Bond Distilling Company in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Product of the USA, 80 proof, and again the government warning. So yeah, after reading that, this has not been opened ever. I know this camera isn't focused that well, but I'm gonna rip that off right there, and then I'm gonna get that top part off, and we should just be able to get that right there. Hold on, see if I can get a pop sound. Very nice, very nice. Now, as cool as it would be to just take a drink out of the bottle, one of my birthday gifts was actually some Halo decanter, UNSC right here. I actually have decanter, so let's make a pour somewhere away from my keyboard. That's good enough. I got places to go today. All right. This is the littlest bit of bourbon ever, but way back when I started the reaction stuff, everybody recommended to me that I watch the Vampire Diaries. We watch clips. I really enjoyed those characters. I was really interested in Stefan and Damon, Elena and Catherine and Jeremy and Bonnie and Sweet Caroline. I'm a Steroline guy till I die. I even fell in love with Matt Donovan for the first 6 seasons. We grew to hate Tyler because of that first episode, and everything actually in between from the Vampire Diaries, specifically the Vampire Diaries, but also bleeding into the originals with Klaus, Elijah, Haley, it's me, Jackson, and everybody else that came along. Caroline Forbes, Miss Elizabeth Forbes, her mother, the friendships that grew. There's probably characters I'm missing, but that main core group right there, Enzo included, really, really special group of people. 171 episodes of the Vampire Diaries, starting with the pilot and ending with I Was Feeling Epic. And then, of course, we have every bit of the originals, all 92 episodes. So, I love it. Will I ever watch Legacies? I don't know. But definitely got to say, so cheers to you all for recommending this to me and for watching all those tribute videos. The Vampire Diaries being our very first show we ever reacted to. It's been over a year since we finished that show. Again, 171 episodes of the Vampire Diaries. The second show was the originals. And yeah, cheers, toast, kudos, bink, bam, bop. I'm right-handed, so I got to switch. Cheers to you guys. And cheers to Damon and Stefan for making a pretty damn good bourbon that actually tastes really good, actually. This would be really good with like with some Coca-Cola. This would be good to make not a whiskey sour, but a bourbon sour. What is it? All whiskey is bourbon or all bourbon is whiskey? One of those two. Really good in that. Really good with the Coke. And if you're under the age of 21, don't drink. And if you are going to drink, drink responsibly. I don't know what I have to say when consuming alcohol on YouTube. Regardless, that shit's really good. I highly recommend. Everything's warm and feels good now. And last thing I want to say is that The Vampire Diaries is my overall favorite show I've ever watched on this channel. I've watched a lot of good stuff, but just to spend 8 seasons and 171 episodes and falling in love with those characters in a platonic sense, but falling in love with those characters and just really just wanting to see characters grow and prosper was just beyond enjoyable. So thank you guys for that. I appreciate you all for all the love and support, for that initial boom the channel hit during the Vampire Diaries and watching that rapid growth and getting to read those comments and talk to you guys. And if you ever get random hearts and stuff on videos from a year ago, just know that I wasn't reading any comments during that time for the most part when those videos were live until seasons ended because I was avoiding spoilers. So if you ever get random hearts or random responses, that's why. But I love you guys. I appreciate you all. I hope you're enjoying right now, which the Stranger Things is out. Lucifer shortly after in this time period. And hopefully you stick around and maybe one day we will actually get to Legacies, Supernatural, etc. But again, The Vampire Diaries, Mystic Falls, Chef's Kiss. And on that note, I'm out. Links and everything are in the description box down below. Playlist will be up on screen. As always, stay cute, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you on the next one.